Hey guys, this is Syke with Movie Blast, and this video is all about what I hated in The Dark Knight Rises. Alright, another thing. Bane tells Batman that he was raised in the pitch dark, and that Batman only adopted it for himself. Alright, go back and the next time you see that movie, at no point is that place ever pitch dark. There's always light. Now, heck, during the day, the sun is beating down in that place. But even at night, there's lights on at all times. So if you want to say that it used to be pitch dark, but now it's been renovated or something, that just seems stupid. I didn't like that because that was sort of one of Bane's major advantages over Batman in their big fight scene. Oh, and speaking of their big fight scene, I didn't really love that. I thought it looked a little clunky at times. Now, I think they did a good job of making Tom Hardy look massive. I mean, he's like 4 inches shorter than Christian Bale. So they did a good job of sort of the perspective and everything. But I just thought the fight scene itself looked a little clunky. The idea that Batman is going to try to fight in a bruising fashion with a guy who's obviously a bruising mauler seemed a little stupid for one of the greatest fighters in the world. Didn't seem like a winning strategy. Now, the only way you can explain that away to me is if you say, well, see, Bruce at that point is incredibly arrogant, and he just thinks he can take anyone out. He's saying to Bane, I'm going to fight you on your terms, and I'm still going to kill you. That was the only way I feel like you could rationalize Bruce Wayne not using some sort of ninjutsu or distance fighting or just, you know, throwing batarangs straight into the dude's face or neck. I mean, I just didn't really love the strategy that Batman took when he fought Bane down under the sewers. All right, now I did not hate the Talia al Ghul twist. Now, I know some people did, some fanboys did, and some movie fans really did. Some of you loved it. I did not hate it, but I didn't love it. It felt like it was a little too late in the game. The entire 2+ hours they've been building up Bane as this incredible, unstoppable madman super genius of the League of Shadows. And now all of a sudden at the very end, we find out he's the number 2 for somebody else. Now you may love that twist, but for me it felt a little late in the game, and I can't help but thinking it kind of cheapened Bane's character quality a little bit. Oh, this wasn't his grand plan? Oh, this wasn't all his doing? He's following somebody else? I just didn't love that. I wanted him to be the big bad dude, and in the end, it's clearly he's working for somebody else. Alright, now here is one of my biggest concerns and critiques of the storyline, is that once it's revealed that Talia al Ghul is kind of in charge of all this stuff and Bane follows her orders, and then she leaves to have Bane finish off Batman, are we supposed to believe that all of Bane's men knew about this twist? It seemed to me as I was watching it that only Bane would have known about the deep mole here. That only Bane knew about Talia al Ghul. But then she leaves the building and starts giving all of Bane's men's orders, and not one of them even question it. They just follow her orders. She's like, take a right. He's trying to get us to the die. They just follow her no matter what. She says, slow down, turn up here. And you're just like, they don't question this woman who has been a hostage for the entire movie, basically. Now is giving them orders. I thought that was kind of a big plot hole that you just kind of have to assume, well, you see, Bane really trusts all of his men. I mean, they will die for him after all. So he tells them even his greatest secret, that Talia al Ghul is actually in charge. And if she ever tells you to do anything, obey her. I just did not get that feeling watching the movie, that he would have ever compromised her safety by telling one of his henchmen, hey, you know who's really in charge? That girl over there. Isn't this awesome? I just felt like that felt like a pretty big hole. Alright, another thing. The Bat Pod. It blows a hole in a blocked tunnel. And then later on when Catwoman uses it to shoot Bane, all it does is knock him back like 20 feet. I'm sorry. I know it's a PG-13 movie. A gritty PG-13 movie though. That thing would have incinerated him. Or at the very least, put a hole about that big straight through his chest. That wouldn't have just punched him back a few feet. I'm not sure if you guys noticed that, but when I was watching that, I was kind of like, wait a minute. 2 minutes ago, that thing punched a hole in a blocked tunnel. Like, it just obliterated all of these cars. And now it shoots Bane, and he's just like, ugh! Now, he's dead. I mean, so that's one thing. But, I mean, it didn't just blow him open like it would have in real life. A cannon shoots a man, man loses in a bigger way than Bane lost in that scene. Just a little quibble. All right, now, here was just a fanboy disappointment. I really wanted the Riddler. Man, I wanted to see what Christopher Nolan, the mad genius, would have done with the mad genius, the Riddler. You know he would have gotten someone like Johnny Depp, and Johnny Depp would have done this incredible character, you know, creation, something a la the Joker and Heath Ledger. You know, it would have just been incredible. So I know that's not a critique of this movie, but just as a fan of Batman, and for fans of Batman everywhere, man, we would have liked to see the Riddler, Chris. Alright, now this might be too esoteric of a criticism for an action movie like The Dark Knight Rises, and that is what it is, fans. A really, really good, thinking, thought-provoking action movie. This isn't a thinking movie. It's an action movie that has some messages in it. One of the messages was about the end justifying the means and how Gordon and Batman shouldn't have lied to the people of Gotham with the whole Harvey Dent Two-Face thing. And yet, were they really wrong? You know, Bane releases those guys out of prison, and you know what they do? They don't run home to their wives and hug their children. They grab a bunch of AKs and join Bane's army. So, while it's an incredibly deep philosophical argument about the end not justifying the means, I think in this case, Gordon pretty much got it right, even if he is pretty conflicted. Ethics be damned, put those fools in prison. Now, in general, I really liked Anne Hathaway's Catwoman, but specifically, I loved Anne Hathaway's naughty Catwoman. Naughty. In her opening scenes where she's still just a lying, untrustworthy cat burglar, I think she knocks it out of the park. Later on in the movie, when she starts developing a relationship with Batman and starts seeing the light a little bit, I didn't think she really had much to do of consequence. No, I mean, she kills Bane and she clears the tunnel like she's asked to do, but I just didn't feel like the mojo was really there for that character. I would have liked to seen a solid actress like Hathaway get to do some more acting that would have really impacted the movie. Alright, now one of my closing criticisms, and I think it's a really heavy and weighty one, is this. How many movies have we seen where at the end they're trying to stop a bomb or get a bomb away or deactivate a bomb or bury a bomb or run away from a bomb? And it just felt kind of contrived. Now, I know Chris Nolan wants an epic ending, and I think he has established an epic movie all the way throughout. But this ending is such a movie standard. We've got to get away from the bomb. Well, no, I'll take care of it. Oh, and exactly how did Batman get that bomb away in enough time? By my calculations, he got the bomb on the rig at about a minute and a half after a really long talk with Catwoman about how they're both suckers, blah, blah, blah. You've got less than 2 minutes, people! We've already been told that that bomb has a 6-mile blast radius. How is Batman gonna get that bomb 6 miles away in the minute and a half? I mean, to me it felt like a giant observation that none of us were supposed to make, or a question that none of us were supposed to ask. Hey, earlier you said something about 6-mile blast radius, and now we're seeing that thing blow up over the harbor. Why aren't we all dead when Batman only got that thing on his jet with about a minute and a half, minute and 45 to go? Alright, my last two criticisms are on Robin John Blake. First off, who is this secretary that's like, oh, you should go by Robin? People don't actually say things like that to each other. You should go by a different name. Blake would be like, shut up, nosy secretary lady. Don't tell me what to call myself. That just felt like a cheesy and disappointing way to introduce the name Robin into this storyline. And John Blake's destiny post The Dark Knight Rises. What is going to happen with this guy? Now, I know it's left open for debate. Does he become Nightwing? Does he become Robin? Does he adopt the Batman suit for himself and go protect Gotham? After all, Batman told him anyone can be Batman. Well, let me call BS to that. Not anyone can be Batman. Bruce Wayne is one of the greatest fighters, greatest detectives in the entire world. Who's John Blake? He's a beat cop who gets promoted to detective. Am I crazy for thinking that the first time he goes out in whatever caped persona he's taken on for himself, that he's gonna get jacked? John Blake would not make it as Nightwing or Robin or Batman. He's just a guy. He's just one of us. Bruce Wayne is not just a guy. He's not just one of us. And just giving someone else your toys doesn't make them qualified to be Robin, Nightwing, or Batman. Alright guys, well that's it. I know it sounds like I'm trying to tear this movie apart, but I actually love this movie. I've already seen it twice, and I'll probably see it another 3 or 4 times before it even gets to Blu-ray. It's an awesome, awesome movie. But the standard that Nolan has set in this Dark Knight trilogy has been so high that I feel like we're not being honest with ourselves if we don't admit there are some problems in this movie. In the comment section below, tell me what you thought was the biggest kind of mistake, or the thing about the movie that you liked the very least, or maybe that you even hated. Alright guys, we'll see you on the very next Movie Blast.